more minutes. Well, he got them against Tennessee. Put up big numbers. Going to need them again tonight.
So we are just about set for this one from the Pavilion in Oxford. The Bulldogs and the Rebels, and we are underway. And Mississippi State, a club that has been really good offensively, will start things off. 10-3 on the year. Ole Miss at 8-5. 0-1 in league play. Coming off that overtime loss to Tennessee. Here's Molinar, averaging 16.8 points, 3.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. First shot of the game is a three from DJ Jeffries.
And that was deep, Dave, and they're going to really need, with Tolu Smith not starting and not on the bench, they're going to really need him to step up and play big minutes for him tonight.
Well, Ruffin making his second consecutive start, third start of the year, the true freshman for Ole Miss, along with Brooks, Brakefield, Morrell, and Fagan. And the Rebels answer right back to pull within one in the opening minute.
Again, Morrell, Fagan, and Ruffin are going to have to really carry the load and take care of the ball, something they couldn't do versus the Balls the other night.
No Tolu Smith tonight for Mississippi State. Unavailable. It's not a discipline issue. It's not an injury issue. I'll let you figure out what the situation is on your own. But Mississippi State answers back. Matthews, who gets the start in place of Tolu Smith, acting like Tolu Smith.
Yeah, this Mississippi State team, Dave, they're 11 plus 11 on the boards, one of the better offensive and defensive teams rebounding in the nation.
So Ole Miss comes right back. Nysier Brooks with a slam on the alley-oop. I guess Brooks, maybe his eyes opened up a little bit after finding out that Tolu Smith was going to be unavailable tonight. Well, they just can't get Tolu right. He's only played in 5 games, averaging 14 points, almost 8 rebounds a game. You missed those numbers for sure.
And he was so good in the first conference opener versus Arkansas. I mean, he looked like the final piece to this team to where they could really take off was in place. And now he's out of the game. Just love this middle pick and roll. Ruffin gets them both to commit late on the help and just throw it up there for the big fella to put it in.
That'll be last touch by the Bulldogs. The Rebels will have it. Talking yesterday, or this morning I should say, with Kermit Davis. Tough to shake off that loss. Felt like they had one in their grasp on the road in Knoxville, but the 27 turnovers, it's almost unexplainable.
Yeah, he was at a loss for words. I mean, he was just kind of shaking his head. They were up 7 late in the game and turned it over 4 times in a row. Just can't win that way.
Deshaun Ruffin, the freshman, who was just 1 of 14 from behind the arc in his first campaign through the SEC, hits his second of the year to make it a 7-5 Rebel lead. Back the other way off the rim from Shaquille Moore, the transfer from NC State. Brakefield hammers home a 3. And Ole Miss, which shot the 3-ball well the other last game, continuing tonight.
Dave Kermit, what'd he say? He said we're going to have to make 10 to 12 threes tonight to be able to pull this one out. Off to a good start.
From the elbow, Bulldogs answer right back. Garrison Brooks having a nice, solid year. 11 points, 6.8 rebounds a game.
Really good at that high post offensively.
Wow. You can't stop the Rebels tonight from behind the arc. 3 out of 3 to start the game as that one goes to Matthew Morrell. Molinar. It gets back to Matthews. DJ Jeffries. Garrison Brooks, offensive foul.
He got that shoulder into him, Dave, and Brooks does a nice job showing his hands, chesting him up. That's how you want to do it defensively in the post. You want to get them hands high and start throwing that chest into him so that you can, when you do take the hit, it's a direct hit to the chest, and you can move back and have the opportunity to get that foul. But you put those hands on him, easy call. Good defense by Brooks.
Boy, the Rebels off to a great start. They have hit every shot tonight. 5 out of 5. Their first miss, but there's Nysier Brooks for the follow. He can't get it to go. Tapped around, and Matthews battles Brooks, and a foul against the Rebels. That's going to go against Nysier. Well, that'll get us to our first timeout. Ole Miss feeling quite comfortable in the friendly confines of the pavilion. They have hit all 3 of their threes to start this one and lead.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in, with an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options, and with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you even buy it. It's how the Home Depot takes the guesswork out of the hard work. The Home Depot app, how doers get more done.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has a new class of travel cards for you. Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Venture X. What's in your wallet?
Rebels hit half their three-point attempts on Wednesday night in Knoxville. They're off to a great start here, 3 out of 3, and they lead it by 6 over Mississippi State. Dave Neal alongside Joe Klein. Glad you could join us tonight. And Joe, a lot of talk about Mississippi State and where they are. I mean, they sit right top 40 in the net. They're playing some pretty good basketball. I think a win here might certainly propel them into maybe a conversation nationally about could they be a tournament team. But this team does it with offense. I mean, obviously they out-rebound people, but the numbers offensively for them are quite impressive. They may not play fast, but they certainly play efficient basketball. How do they do it?
Well, everybody's where they're supposed to be spacing-wise. They have an inside-out game. Tonight it's a little disadvantage with Smith not being in the lineup, but they have the ability to draw double teams. They have willing passers. They have a great point guard in Molinar that stirs the drink.
You see the numbers, right? I mean, there's 350 some odd teams in Division I basketball, and they rank 321 in pace of play, but it's their efficiency. They are hammering home three-point shots. Their overall field goal percentage is excellent. So, as Coach Allen told us, he says, I play to the style of my team. I'm not set on a certain style, and this team doesn't have to go fast to get good shots. And certainly that has played well for them this year with these 10 wins and 13 tries. They're still looking to enter the national discussion, and a win here tonight certainly would help them in that regard.
Well, when you talk to them about that, as all SEC coaches do right now, they talk about there's lots of opportunity for lots of quad one wins coming down the pike. So if they can continue to win and play good, they're going to be in the rankings.
As of right now, there are 9 opportunities left on their schedule for quad one wins, or quad one games, as Ole Miss and Brakefield take it the distance and make it a 15-7 ball game.
It's nice when your power forward can take it coast to coast and do a little Euro and lay it in. Very nice move.
Molinar, bounce pass inside, a little too hot for Brooks to handle, and looks like Fagan got popped right across the bridge of the nose.
And Dave, that efficiency we talked about with State is going to be tested tonight, because this Ole Miss team, they change defenses. They come at you with a half-court 1-3-1 trap. They zone you. They'll go out of the zone off the first pass into a man-to-man, or if the ball goes in the post, they give you a lot of different looks. So you got to really be on top of your game to catch them and what they're doing.
Well, Brooks got poked in the eye by Cameron Matthews. Mike Nance down there on the baseline saw it, blew the whistle, and charged the foul to Cameron. Boy, Nysier certainly has to be enjoying the day without having to bang with Tolu Smith tonight.
Yeah, you're sitting in the locker room, and all of a sudden your coach comes in and he looks at you and goes, Tolu Smith's not playing tonight. That'll put a smile on your face, I can promise you.
Rebound to the Bulldogs, back the other way. Mississippi State down by 8. Open inside now to Javion Davis. He can't get it to go. Rebound to Brooks.
That's
Long outlet pass.
That's going to be a tough shot to make over Brooks. You're just not going to shoot over him. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, long. You got to get around him or move him. That shot, unless you're Tolu Smith shooting a hook shot, that has no chance.
So that'll send Ruffin to the free throw line. Sean Ruffin, #1 player in the state of Mississippi, coming out of high school, 40th ranked player nationally, averaging 11 points. We're talking about a tough road to get here. I mean, between injuries and being sick, it's just it's been tough. Played just 5 games. Just 3 points against Tennessee, 1 of 9 from the field. And he's used to scoring. He averaged 33 a game in high school as a senior.
That's that
Too hot to handle for Rocket Watts.
Yeah, that's that 1-3-1 trap. It's a different look. You don't see it from a lot of people. It mixes things up. And you got to get the ball to the middle, get it side to side. You got to stretch them in the corners.
Numbers for Ben Howland. Well, he and Kermit Davis have been doing this a long time. And an offensive foul, moving screen against the Rebels. Luis Rodriguez will pick up that personal, and Bulldogs will catch a break and head back the other way, down 10. Boy, just 7 points. We talk about their efficiency. It has been tough going. 3 out of 9 from the field.
And nothing's been easy so far. Nothing.
Way too strong there for Brooks. Another opportunity, though, for the Bulldogs, and they get that one to drop as Davis was underneath the basket, just kind of waiting for it.
Davis and Matthews are going to really have to make their presence felt on the offensive boards for Mississippi State to have a chance tonight.
Nysier Brooks battling underneath. Say tie up. Arrow favors Ole Miss. Nysier Brooks, 7 feet, 245 pounds, out of Philadelphia. Has played at Miami, Cincinnati before trying to wrap up his collegiate career here in Ole Miss country. He led the Hurricanes in rebounds and blocks and field goal percentage last year.
Kermit said if he could get in great shape, he felt that he could be a very, very impactful center in the SEC. So far, I believe he's right.
Another pass that had some spice on it. Brakefield threw it about 4 rows into the seats.
And that was coming in hot, man. Got to have them puppies up if you're going to have a chance to catch that one. You're either going to catch it with your face or something else.
That's never good, to catch it with your face, or to stop it with your face.
Yeah.
There's Molinar, high off the window. Iverson with his first basket. And a reach-in foul will go against Anderson Garcia.
When you see the Molinar there, how under control he is, and even, talking with Coach Allen and some of people that would like him, he's such a team player and such a guy that, kind of lets the game come to him, that they would like it sometimes if he would force the issue a little bit more and try to get going earlier in the game. But as you see, great skills offensively.
Well, Jarkel Joyner just checked into the game with a bad back. Hasn't done much, warmed up today. Weren't sure that he was going to even dress out, but he does dress out. Now he actually plays. And helping Ole Miss to a basket on this trip down. They lead it by 8.
Well, just their leader, senior. Again, great point guard, knows what Kermit wants, gets them in their stuff. Just a real floor general.
Back in that 2-3 zone, Matthews kicks it out. Good quick hands underneath by Sammy Hunter, knocks it out of bounds. There'll be 6 on the shot clock.
Nice job there by Mississippi State. They were patient. They got the ball going side to side. They were driving in the gaps, got it to the high post. All the things you want to do, you just got to finish the play.
There's a three. See if that doesn't get the Bulldogs a little momentum back as Watts hammers home that three. 35% on the year, now 6 out of 15.
He's been dealing with a little bit of hip issues, but really been coming into his own lately.
Taken away by the Bulldogs. Shaquille Moore lines it up and knocks it home. Mississippi State's cut this to 2 and a timeout on the floor.
See him pushing it up. Moore with the wide open three. Great spot up shooter.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
If you're always asking, where next? Capital One has a new class of travel cards for you. Introducing Venture X. Earn 10x miles on hotels and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Find your where next with Venture X. What's in your wallet?
Rebels had an early 15-2 run. They hit their first 5 shots, but the Bulldogs have answered back. They've made 4 in a row to cut this thing down to 2. And what is the oldest rivalry in the Southeastern Conference going back to 1914, 265th meeting between these two clubs. And in Oxford, Ole Miss leads, but overall the Bulldogs do have the advantage. Interesting, the last 8 games they have played, they have kind of alternated wins. Not kind of, they have alternated wins. Nobody's been able to put together a streak in this series, and not a lot of love lost when these two get together on the hardwood. But tonight, though, I think Ole Miss, I was anxious to see how they would respond after what was just a punch to the gut in Knoxville, a game that they should have won. They led for the majority of that game. I think it was 35 minutes. They had the advantage. But, Joe, they came out here, and they looked like they were ready to go.
Well, they came out smoking. I mean, they were moving it. They were spotting up. They were ready to shoot. And they were knocking it down, and that ball was popping. Here in the last couple minutes, gotten a little sloppy, and a little bit of that, Tennessee whiskey that they had the other night as far as turnovers go. I think Kermit thought there was a little Tennessee whiskey going on with some of those turnovers, but they the last couple minutes, points off turnovers have got Mississippi State back in this game.
Those 27 turnovers in Knoxville were the most for the Rebels since 2001. Here's Joyner. His first minutes since back December, the 21st of December, since he last took the court. Strong move to the basket by Shaquille Moore. They'll count the basket. Goal team against Ole Miss. And we're tied at 19.
And again, with Tolu Smith not in the game, I think you're going to see a little more of this from guys like Moore, Rocket Watts, Molinar. I think they're going to try to get a little bit of more pace going to their game, try to get some early opportunities.
So Joyner. Now Hunter. Rodriguez. Dump it inside. Brooks. Square it up with Davis. Kick it back out. Joyner passes up the shot. Big tumble by Luis Rodriguez, and he'll get to the free throw line.
Really didn't understand that time why Mississippi State really kind of cracked down on Brooks. Brooks not really known as a big-time scorer, and it really gave, and on the kick-out, gave the Rebels a a chance to really drive the ball out on the closeout. I think that had to be a little bit of a mistake, Dave, because again, having just said that Brooks is not a prolific scorer, and he's a guy you're going to have to see it to believe it over and over again before you start really honoring him with a double team.
Well, you see right here, we've got a college basketball doubleheader next Saturday night. Mississippi State hosts Alabama at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central, followed by Auburn at Ole Miss. Right here on this very network. And, of course, you can always catch it on the ESPN app. One app, one tap. Our first full Saturday of 2022 of SEC basketball. Off the front of the rim. Rebound to Matthew Morrell. Joyner. Rodriguez. That won't go. Rodriguez 28% from behind the arc. Here's Brooks on the baseline. Guarded by Davis. Those two big boys going at it. Off the window. Good move by Nysier.
Now the difference there, Dave, is he got 3 or 4 dribbles. You give a guy with his size that ability, and the time to take through 2 to 3 dribbles and maneuver the defender that close to the basket. That's when you got to send a little bit of help.
And Howland, 7 years now in Starkville. 5-7 in his career against the Rebels. There's this team sitting there at number 38 in the net. Ruffin kicks it to the corner. Matthew Morrell knocking home another 3.
Ruffin really looks so much better tonight. He's not over dribbling, not dribbling into pressure, getting to the spots and finding people. Much better than the other night at Tennessee.
That was his first career start, was on the road against a ranked team. And then an easy basket the other way for Shaquille Moore.
Kermit talked about Ruffin having to kind of learn in the fire. Not enough time to practice with all his injuries, and just really having to learn how to play in SEC play, which is tough.
Over and back against the Rebels. Yeah, talking to Kermit this morning, I asked him, I said, how many practices do you think he's actually participated in? Like real practices, not just out there shooting jump shots or free throws. He said less than 10. That's hard to come into this league. Yeah.
For a freshman and playing the position of where the ball's going to be in your hands. And that's real tough.
Shaquille Moore. Get it to Brooks, who hands it off to DJ Jeffries. Derek. Boy, nice work by Brakefield.
Well, just good ball movement, but then again, the drive and the attack was under control, and he just read it, got to his spot, and had a nice little right-hand finish.
Ole Miss shooting 59% from the field, but give up the easy one as Deshaun Ruffin couldn't keep up with Molinar.
That's 2 layups in a row for Mississippi State.
Bulldogs now shooting 53%. Oh! I thought Brooks might have had an unbelievable alley-oop. Instead, it's just another opportunity on the offensive end for Ole Miss. Brooks got his big old paws on it. Working hard. And a foul. I believe that'll go against Fountain. But that'll get us to our under 8 timeout. 27-23, Ole Miss out in front.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in. With an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options. And with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you even buy it. It's how the Home Depot takes the guesswork out of the hard work. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Oh, you're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them.
Whoa.
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping.
What's in your wallet?
Mississippi State 1-0 in league play. Their opener was against Arkansas. They won that one 81-68, but they did not play a midweek game as Missouri had some COVID issues, so they shut it down for the week and had a week off to try to prepare. But one thing that this team has done under Ben Howland the last 5 games, they've won 4 of those, they have outshot their opponents. And when you look at the number of makes in this 5-game stretch, they have made 95 free throws. Opponents have made 35 free throws. I mean, that is unbelievable, Joe, to be plus 60 over a 5-game stretch at the line.
Well, we talked about efficiency as Brakefield scores on the inbounds, and you know, outscoring your opponent by 12 points a game at the free throw line is huge, and they have not taken a free throw yet tonight. So that tells you a little of the effect of not having Tolu Smith.
Matthews, offensive rebound off the miss from Molinar. And that is one area that Mississippi State's missing. As you talk about Tolu Smith, they were second in the conference in rebounding margin, 8th in the country at plus 11. Ruffin hits the deck, but also hits the 3. 32-25, Rebels out in front.
Got some style points there.
Well, he has his hands full in the defensive end, trying to check Molinar.
Welcome to the SEC, freshman.
Pokes it away, though. Starts a break. Ruffin. Too strong. Rocket Watts, transfer from Michigan State. Wearing 0 for the Bulldogs. Garrison Brooks now back to Molinar. Wide open, top of the key 3. In and out for Brooks. Rebound into the hands of Brakefield. Boy, Matthew Morrell continues his hot shooting. 13 in the first half.
You say he's hot, Dave. You say he's feeling it. Got 2 guys right there. Well, as they say, hand down, man down.
Rebels have stretched their lead out to 10. Well, we have Georgia and Alabama covered Monday before the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. Pre-game show starts at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. We'll wrap it all up with SEC Football Final. A busy day right here on the network. You see all the activity all day. And while we got a second, I want to just say congratulations to our good buddy and one of the best analysts that is on television, Gene Chizik. Is leaving the network. He has been announced as the defensive coordinator under Mack Brown at North Carolina today, and we'll certainly miss him. He has done a fantastic job and just a really, really good man, and happy for him to get back into his passion. That's coaching ball.
He'll get that thing going. I mean, he's a tremendous coach. Just glad he's not going in the SEC.
Exactly.
We don't want him. We've had enough.
There's Kermit Davis speaking about coaching. Obviously, his dad coach at Mississippi State from 1971 to 77. He played at Mississippi State, has 2 degrees, his bachelor's and his master's from Mississippi State. Kind of weird to see him coaching against the Bulldogs with a history there, but we have moved past that now in his 4th year, gotten over that hurdle.
Man, what a tremendous job at Middle Tennessee State. I had the unfortunate job of having to, when I was the assistant at Little Rock, to coach and scout his teams and prepare our teams. And man, it was a nightmare trying to get ready to play that guy. What a tremendous coach.
What makes it so tough? What is it about his teams, Joe, that made it tough as Brooks knocks home that jumper?
Well, the defense is where it starts. I mean, all the intricacies defensively, the 1-3-1 trap into the 2-3, and then there's points of emphasis from defensively, like when they change, if the ball goes into the post, they'll drop it, go out into the man-to-man out of the zone, and just constantly changing all the time, but they do it very efficiently with a lot of gusto and very hard. It's not a gimmick.
Ruffin, no gimmick there. Great fast break, textbook, bounce pass, break field with a lay-in. Largest lead of the night.
Ruffin giving it up and rewarding the big guy for running.
And here's that defense you were talking about.
And that's what you can't do, Dave. You can't try to dribble between two guys. You got to get against this 1-3-1. You can't just cross the half court and stop and let them come trap you. You got to read it before you cross half court. Maybe make a diagonal pass to the other side and then try to attack it off the skip pass or try to get it to the high post. But if you just dribble across half court or try to split that, it's going to be a turnover every time.
Boy, Ruffin almost had a takeaway, and there is a takeaway, and then a foul against Mississippi State. Boy, Matthew Morrell's having some kind of first half. 15 points, 6 of 6 from the field.
He's active defensively. I mean, his hands are flying around and getting deflections and getting his hands on the ball and causing problems defensively. But then again, here you see Mississippi State, against that zone, they're trying to dribble against that 1-3-1 half-court trap and trying to beat it with the dribble instead of the pass. The first 2 or 3 times down, the first thing you got to do is you got to get it moving side to side, skip it with the pass and get it shifting. Then you can attack it off the dribble. But when they're set there loaded up, no chance.
13-point lead, Ole Miss with a 40 spot here in the first half, and we still have 5:07 to go.
Kermit said he wanted to shoot it well, 10 or 12 threes, certainly on their way to that, and wanted to shoot it early in the shot clock off of turnovers, certainly getting that in the first half.
They average 69 points a game. That's 13th in the conference. Molinar. Keel Moore back to Molinar. They'll work the perimeter. That one is way off the mark. Did nothing with the hands of Ty Fagan. Waiting for Ty to get it cranked up. Well, I was just looking at some of these numbers. Ruffin already with 6 assists here in the first half and 8 points.
I mean, that says so much for this young man right here, and that I can promise you the film session on that Tennessee film session was not fun for him as a point guard. And I guarantee you he took a lot of hits from Kermit, but you can tell he's taking coaching, and you can tell he's responding to coaching, and that's a very encouraging sign for a player of his caliber.
Misses that free throw, was 2 of 2 at the line coming into tonight's game, or excuse me, 18 of 25 coming in to the line to the game tonight with 72%, but still a 14-point lead for the Rebels. Molinar just trying to find a little bit of room to operate. Not a whole lot there. Gets the pass away, and Javian Davis able to kiss it off the window.
He can get that ball into the heart of that zone. It's very advantageous for the offense.
Ruffin kept out of the paint by Cameron Matthews. Now Fagan will try it. Shot clock at 3. Spins at the line and won't go. And Brooks was stepping out of bounds. Last touch by the big man, and it'll belong to the Bulldogs. Mississippi State shooting 52%, but they trail by a dozen. That's because Ole Miss shooting 58%.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
Oh,
You're doing it wrong, man.
what's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One Shopping.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
Yeah, guys, Kentucky looked good. A little slow start, but Wildcats got it cranked up. I think LSU looked really good today as well, but I think maybe the story of the day, Missouri, I think it was 92 points they put up against Alabama today at home. I mean, that's an offense you're not thinking 90-plus points from.
That's a go figure right there. That's a head scratcher. Anything else you can think of? I mean, you just 92 points in Missouri this year. You know, just they've struggled. But man, boy, did they Kobe Brown today? What do you have? 30? I mean, just
30
tremendous,
today. Yeah.
tremendous effort. Sure, am glad to see Pat Bradley not wearing them ruby red slippers in the studio with that big red beach towel, as he calls a pocket square. Glad Patrick's in there ready to have a little style in there, show him how to dress.
I think he got those shoes from Coach Richardson. Pass those along.
I don't think Coach Richardson would wear those.
Would wear that. The block
Not
on the
boots.
other end. Yeah, exactly.
Boots.
Ole Miss season high for points and a half is 43 against New Orleans in their opener.
It's really good ball movement, good spacing. And then Ruffin's doing just an outstanding job of making decisions.
Fagan, corner three, got it. Ty Fagan coming off his season high, career high, 23 against Tennessee.
Just great spacing, and then Ruffin, Kermit Davis said he's great off the bounce, can get to wherever he wants. It's just been, sometimes he gets to a spot that's not advantageous, but tonight he's just been doing a great job reading the defense and finding people.
Ruffin just picked up his second foul, and that'll send Mississippi State to the line for the very first time tonight in their 4-game win streak. They average 25 free throws a game. And this is number 1. Well, it's been over 2 years since our critically acclaimed documentary, Saturdays in the South, a history of SEC football, aired, and we thought it was, well, a really good time to add the next few chapters to the story. Alabama winning some national titles, Kirby Smart changing the direction of Georgia as they play for national championships. It'll be Sunday night. We'll have the premiere at 7 Eastern, 6 Central right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. You do not want to miss this one. They might want to just postpone it, right? They got to add they got one more game.
Come on now.
Wait till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right?
It's your network, man. You can do what you want.
That's right. We'll dump it inside to Nysier Brooks, guarded by
Nice.
the other Brooks, Garrison, and Nysier can't get the shot to drop. There's Molinar high off the window. Man, does he make some acrobatic shots every night.
Again, they're going to have to get a little more of that to make up for not having Tolu Smith, but it's going to have to start first down here. They got to start getting some stops because Ole Miss is getting whatever they want, whenever they want.
Fagan, little runner with the right hand, won't go. Matthews battling Garrison Brooks for it. It'll be into the hands of Shaquille Moore. And a foul. Brooks Brooks got him, either Brooks or Rodriguez. That'll go against Brooks. And that'll be his second.
Little simple things like that, Dave. I mean, the ball didn't stick. It went to the wing. He passed it straight down to the corner to Molinar, and then he didn't stand there and hold it. Saw a guy running at him and attacked it. That's how you get fouls, and that's how you get to the free throw line, and that's how you stop runs and get the momentum back and get yourself back in the game.
Molinar, boy, what a season he's having. Third in scoring, fifth in assists, second free throw percentage. Chasing 1,000 career points. He's third in the league in assist to turnover margin. And again, I think those of us that follow SEC basketball understand his value and we understand how good he is. But I think from coast to coast, there is a portion of the college basketball world that doesn't know how good this guy is.
You will not find a more steady, everyday guy than Iverson Molinar.
Most points Ole Miss has put up in an SEC first half since March of 2020 against Missouri, and they hammer that three home. It's 47 on the board now, and Morrell has 20 of those. He hasn't missed tonight, Joe.
I don't know what the weather's like in Oxford, but right there on that court, it's hot for number 11. He's killing it.
Scoop shot. Good work by DJ Jeffries to stay with it. Got it up off the rim. Followed his shot. Cuts it to 11. About 10 seconds separating the game and the shot clock. I try to find number 11 in white, wherever he is.
That's
Fagan looking that way.
Great coaching, Dave.
Got it. Oh, my goodness. Joe, he's 8 out of 8.
You missed the
5
call.
for 5. Yeah. 50 on the board.
Wow.
They average 69 points a game. Molinar can't get a shot off. I mean, Mississippi State shoots 52% from the field, but yet they trail by 14 because Matthew Morrell goes crazy.
Awesome display of shooting by Morrell.
50-36, our halftime score. Time to get you to the studio. Peter Burns, take it away. Yeah, again, no Tolu Smith, and just a careless turnover. Cameron Matthews just lost the handle over there. I mean, just... Kermit Smith knows that. They saw that quite a bit on Wednesday night in Knoxville.
Yeah, you want to be tight with the ball on those handoffs and just too loose.
Coach Davis just had his team ready to go tonight. A lot of basketball left, but this is a sharp Ole Miss offense tonight.
Yeah, lack of communication just on a simple down screen. Brooks steps in, got two guys running out on the ball, and no communication, easy dunk.
Garrison Brooks off the back of the iron. Well, they got to get him going. They got to, a couple of years ago in North Carolina, he averaged almost 17 a night. He's sitting at about 10, almost 11 a game for the Bulldogs. But without Tolu Smith, they need him to be a point producer down low.
Yeah, he's got to be very more assertive offensively and look and hunt shots and rebound.
Boy, just a tough matchup with Nysier Brooks, the 7-footer. Brooks at 6'9", just couldn't keep him out of that spot right in front of the rim.
When you let a guy duck in that close to the basket, not a lot of good things are going to happen.
Follow no good, but a foul in the process. Looked like Brakefield came in there to put a little bump on Cameron Matthews, who will go to the free throw line. Largest lead of the game right now for Ole Miss.
And again, if you're Mississippi State, you gotta go, okay, how do we get back? We don't get back in this game by shooting threes and trying to get up. Start thinking offensively. You got to get stops. You got to get 1, 2, 3 stops in a row, and you got to get to the free throw line. You got to slow the pace of this game down, get it a little more of a half-court, grind-it-out game, and slowly work your way back into the game.
During this 4-game win streak for the Bulldogs, they were averaging 78 points a game, allowing opponents to score just 56 a game. Ruffin tries a little circus shot, no good. Here's the Bulldogs out in the open floor. DJ Jeffrey spins and gets it to go.
And again, Ruffin gets to the spot he wants, but he doesn't make a good decision. And then now you're off to the races. And DJ Jeffrey's a good running big man with a little pirouette off the glass, shooting a free throw.
DJ Jeffries now with 8 points. Transfer from Memphis. He had a career-high 23 his freshman year against this Ole Miss team when he was playing for the Tigers. Brooks wide open underneath. Easy basket. Maybe the easiest he'll have all night.
And Dave, he was open from the top of the key or almost the three-point line, almost all the way to the basket. Again, lack of communication in the pick and roll and lack of help defense from the corners. You got to come help. You can't give up a dunk.
Molinar in that first half had 8 points. Brakefield gets it back to Ruffin. Sean, high arching shot won't go. Tapped right into the hands of Jeffries. Blocked by Brooks.
Too much one-on-one, Dave. They got to still work the ball and try to get good shots. You got to get stops defensively, but then at the other end, you got to move the ball. You got to keep your composure offensively. You're not scoring 18, 19 points in one possession. You got to get a good shot every time down the floor and have good defensive possession.
Yeah, well, the bad news, DJ Jeffrey still slow getting up. That is, hopefully he's going to be all right.
The 2 possessions in a row, I thought Brooks took kind of a quick, long jump shot that was an air ball, and then again, that one right there, just dribbled. Nobody else on the team touched the ball. You got a good Ole Miss defensive team sitting in front of you. You got guys standing right there in front of you. There's nowhere to go. Especially with big fella back there.
It looks like maybe Jeffries might have hit his own teammate Garrison Brooks on his knee as he was tumbling to the hardwood. And he'll head back into that locker room area and get checked out. Boy, a 20-point advantage. Ruffin pokes it away and can't save it.
Well, they're active defensively. I mean, it's almost like they know where the ball's going before it gets there. Just the hands, the feet, they're in position. They're really putting Mississippi, the ball handler, under duress.
3 Rebels in double figures. Nobody from Mississippi State has reached double figures yet. Nysier Brooks with a double-double, 10 and 10. Molinar. Matthews. That one's blocked. And a foul against Ole Miss. They're going to whistle that one against Jamin Brakefield.
Much better job by Mississippi State that time against that little 1-3-1 trap. The ball moved quickly. They got it to the wing, got it to the center of the floor, got it to the baseline. That's how you beat that defense. You got to move it and move it quickly, not let them get up on you. And when you get them moving like that, David, you got a chance to get offensive rebounds because they're out of position.
Well, they're going to see if this ball hit the rim or not. It might have been a shot clock violation. Hard to see if that was blocked or did it catch the bottom of the rim and kick it away.
Yeah, from that angle, it's hard to see, but if it did touch the rim, it was coming up from the bottom of the glass and it hit the bottom half of the rim.
Oh, that's a block shot. That'll be a shot clock violation.
Yep.
That's close. That's really close. Did the follow get out of the hand in time? It's Brooks with it.
Did they reset it? Dave, did they reset it on the initial block? He's looking for the
Well, I heard the horn sound.
Okay.
The horn sounded. So I think they're just going to say that he got the shot away before the horn, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. So Brooks to the free throw line. Garrison at the line this year, 78% foul shooter. He has had a tremendous career, of course. Most of those points, 1,418 career points, coming at North Carolina. 887 career rebounds. Had a tough game against Arkansas a week ago. Just 2 points, was 0 of 6 from the field, but did have 10 rebounds.
He missed at least 3 in that game that were point-blank shots that he would normally make. I mean, he was very active on the glass. He couldn't get it in the hole.
Here's Ruffin. Fire away, in and out. Brooks and Brooks battling for the basketball. Arrow favors Ole Miss.
Well, if you don't get a body on that young man right there, I mean, he is long. And Garrison Brooks tried to just jump with him, and while he was in front of him and looked like he had good position, Brooks just longer and reached over and got the jump ball. Too easy.
Brooks couldn't get that one to go. Nysier is the 6th oldest player in Division I basketball. He's 25 years old. Wide open 3 from the corner for Moore. That won't go. Nice pass to Brooks, who knows what to do with it.
There you go. You got a pretty good shot from the corner. You go to the staple, offensive rebounding, and get a point at the basket. Now you got to get a couple stops in a row and get this thing right around 10 again.
Fagan gets it inside to Nysier Brooks.
It's just too easy, man. I mean, that's dummy offense. That's what you do in warm-ups with the coaches. Just dribble to your spot and shoot a jump hook. It's just way too easy.
So what do you do? I mean, how do you keep him from getting to that spot? He's just bigger and stronger.
Yeah, he's getting position on you first. You got to beat him to the spot. You got to get him out of the floor a little bit. If you get Brooks off the spot, up the floor or out the floor, he's a much less effective player. He gets you deep and can get 2 or 3 dribbles. I mean, it's open.
Well, Garrison Brooks just beat him to the rim as he throws that one down. A lot of contact out on the perimeter. Anderson Garcia, who whistled for the foul. It's a 16-point Ole Miss lead. 14:51 to go from the Pavilion in Oxford.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
While his neighbors were asleep, our man Scrooge was digging deep. The Peloton bike brought motivation galore.
Work, Peloton!
His workouts were lit, and he kept finding more. As the seasons changed, Scrooge got fit until he called out,
"Child, what day is it?"
It's August 19th.
The kid returned with a shout. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
The College Football Playoff National Championship, Georgia, Alabama, Monday at 8 on ESPN.
Can't wait for that one coming your way Monday night. The rematch, Georgia and Alabama. And Joe, one of the luxuries of my job is having the opportunity to call that SEC championship game on radio for the last 23 years.
Oh,
so I was there watching Alabama put on a clinic in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they ask us to kind of give our opinions on the game. And I just don't, based on what I saw early December, I don't know how Georgia answers the bell and beats this Alabama team right now.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I think the best player on the field is Bryce Young, and he's going to be having the ball in his hand every possession for Alabama. And like you said, he torched Georgia in the first game, and they weren't able to get any pressure on him, and I don't see a lot changing. So the famous sock is being waved right here.
The Alabama sock.
This could go. This is about the size of a Pat Bradley pocket square. And it smells like it, too.
Here's a takeaway by the Bulldogs of Mississippi State, and the layup is good by Anderson Garcia.
That's how you do it. That's a recipe to get back in this game. Defense, stops, attack the basket.
Good ball movement. Brakefield nearly broke the backboard.
And it looked like a point-blank shot for Brooks to me.
Boy, nice drive to the basket by Cameron Matthews, and it's down to a 12-point game. Here's that run by Mississippi State.
Yeah, but Kermit could feel the tide turning right there. And he's really going to try to get in and calm them down and get them playing back to where they were, shooting it defense efficiently.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
You and me, partner. Center of town, high noon.
Nope. Daisy's got last one lessons at noon.
High 2 o'clock. That work?
I got a spur fitting at 2 o'clock. How's about 3?
We don't need any more overscheduling, but we could all use more ways to save.
What about Tuesday?
Mississippi State has turned what was a 20-point Ole Miss advantage and cut it down to 12 with a lot of basketball left. 14 minutes to go from here at the Pavilion. It's a good way to get some momentum. Garrison Brooks with a slam. And then another opportunity at the rim for the Bulldogs.
And you said it right there, Dave, at the rim. They're getting stops and then they're attacking the rim. They're not settling. They're not looking to get a 15-point play all in one shot. They're keeping their composure. And again, they settled down here in the second half after a little bit of a rocky start. As you said, they got down 20. Now they're starting to get consecutive stops in a row. They're attacking the rim, and they're finding a rhythm to this game that's going to help them, if they can continue to do it, get right back in this thing.
Rebels will inbound it. Sean Ruffin. Again, Jarkel Joyner, their leading scorer, is available. Played some of the first half. Been out with a bad back for the last 10 days or so. Didn't play in Knoxville against Tennessee on Wednesday night. We saw him early in this game. Didn't attempt a shot. Has not put up a point tonight. And we have not seen him here, I believe, in the second half. Here goes Moore, baseline off the window. The follow by Garrison Brooks.
Again, another attack at the rim. Gets people to help, gets people out of position defensively. Free run at the rim for Garrison Brooks.
Down to a 10-point game. Matthew Morrell, 23 in the first half, has yet to take a shot here in the second half. And he'll head to the free throw line.
It's kind of flipped a little bit, David, in that the team that's attacking the rim and getting a little bit more ball movement now is Mississippi State. And you can see everybody's looking at the ball. Nobody sees Garrison Brooks, who comes in there and cleans it up. And again, down at the other end, the ball movement has got a little stagnant for Ole Miss. They haven't been attacking the rim and getting to the rim except for this last possession. So things have kind of switched from one half to the next.
Matthew Morrell now with 24. And he is now perfect with all of his shots. 8 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from behind the arc, 4 of 4 at the line, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists as DJ Jeffries is back on the floor.
That's got to be driving Pat Bradley crazy that he hadn't missed a shot, but he has 2 assists. I'm sorry, Pat. Had 2.
Pat had that one season where he had a couple of assists, didn't he?
He did. I think he was. Yeah. By accident.
Here's a little run out. Rodriguez can't get it to go. Missed the layup. Rebound to Garcia. Bulldogs quickly back the other way. Oh, just a bad pass from Shaquille Moore. Right to Morrell, and will throw it down.
Boy, and when you're struggling a little bit and the other team's getting on a roll like that, there's nothing like a freebie. And they just got one.
And a foul against the Rebels as Garcia goes baseline.
Just missed the cutter with the pass and just right place, right time.
Morrell up to 27 points. Most any player at Ole Miss has scored this year in a single game. Rocket Watts. Get it to Jeffries, back to Watts. Rebels back in that zone. Molinar, too strong. Followed by Matthews again at the rim.
That's what's keeping them in this game right now. I mean, they're getting some pretty good shots, but the ones they're missing, they're getting cleaned up. Speaking of cleanup, that's on aisle 3 right there. Cleaned up that pass and threw it home.
Brooks with 14. Molinar right down the middle of the lane, lays it up and in. Timeout taken by Ben Howland at Mississippi State. It is a 12-point game. Bulldogs hanging around on the road.
Today's pros need today's tools, and the Home Depot is here to help. With job site delivery to keep you on site and on schedule, and equipment rentals to make sure you can take on any job. Plus, when you join Pro Extra, you'll earn perks on every dollar you spend. Earn perks 4 times faster when you join. Register and use your Pro Extra credit card. New tech, new tools, new ways to grow your business, all at the Home Depot. How pros get more done.
Well, we've got a college basketball doubleheader next Saturday night. Mississippi State will host Alabama, 6 o'clock Eastern time. They'll be followed by Auburn at Ole Miss. Right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. One tap to get you on the app. Tell you what, Auburn in a battle right now with Florida on the Plains. 4-point Tiger lead. Boy, Auburn's on a roll right now. They've won 10 straight games. 13-1 on the year. Mississippi State with a 4-game win streak, trying to keep that intact. They've got an uphill battle, down a dozen here in the second half.
Boy, they do, David. And man, I'm telling you, Dave, they are just, you got to give it to them. They're scrapping. I mean, they're fighting. I think we were talking during the break. I mean, every one of their points this half has been at the rim. I think 18 of their points have been, and everything's either been offensive rebound or at the rim, and that's how you get back in the game, if you can get some stops, put the pressure on Ole Miss.
Yeah, they've been right there at that arc in the paint for Bulldogs. It's almost like Coach Allen said, no more shots outside of 10 feet, and it's worked out pretty well for the Bulldogs. Entry pass to Brooks. That one's knocked out of there by Matthews.
Good hands by Matthews.
.34 points in the paint by the Bulldogs. There's a deep jump shot, no good. Ole Miss made the first shot of the game, and they have yet to fall below 50% from the field. They have yet to miss 3 shots in a row. McCrowley, not his shot.
No penetration on that possession by Ole Miss, and that's what Old Mississippi State wants. They want to keep him out of the lane and make him shoot over the top. They got to get some penetration, both teams.
That one's off the mark. Rebound to Rodriguez. Crowley could hit that 3. It just didn't look like he was set. He's knocked home 11 of them on the year. Here's Fagan. We know he can knock down the 3 after what he did in Knoxville the other night, hitting 5 of 6 from behind the arc. But tonight he has only produced 1 basket. It was a 3-pointer, but that's all he has. He's provided 6 rebounds, 5 assists though.
That's the kind of player he is. I mean, he's going to give you something. I mean, even when he's not scoring, he's the type of player that even when he was at Georgia, he's very active, very good defender, gives you positive minutes.
Morrell, well, they doubled him in a hurry. Kick it around to Rodriguez. That won't go. Garrison Brooks chases it down, but threw it away right to Ruffin, who read it the entire time.
Another careless, lazy pass, and Ruffin, to his credit, was right on top of it. Easy points.
To the basket, won't go. Boy, Garcia got to the rim.
Yeah, he did everything right but finish it.
Sammy Hunter lost it. Here come the Bulldogs back the other way. Molinar. He'll get to the rim and get it to go down. Molinar now with a dozen.
Just great anticipation there, seeing the spin move coming back by Hunter to get your hand in there. I mean, you got to almost feel it's like a quarterback feeling the pressure. When you start dribbling for that long, you got to feel that somebody's coming. Wow.
Another takeaway by the Bulldogs. Little run out by Mississippi State. Tough shot, but it goes down for Rocket Watts.
All of a sudden, here in the last 5 or 6 minutes, the ball handling of Ole Miss has gotten very careless. Mississippi State getting a lot of turnovers.
Ruffin, tough shot, got it to go.
Well, that was a questionable shot until it went in.
Back to 13. Ruffin tonight has 8. But the Bulldogs answer right back as Garcia, again, in the paint.
They found their mojo. I mean, they found their identity for this game offensively. They're coming downhill at him for the rest of the game.
Hunter, free throw line, won't go. Oh, yeah, shortchange Ruffin. He's got 11, not 8. After that 3-pointer on the last trip down. But a timeout on the floor. It's an 11-point game here in Oxford. Ole Miss, Mississippi State for the 265th time.
Hard work? Sure. Guesswork? No thank you. Because when you're on a mission, you want to get it right the first time. That's where the Home Depot comes in. With an app to rent and reserve the right tools with just a tap. With convenient image search options. And with the ability to see how something looks in your space before you even buy it. It's how the Home Depot takes the guesswork out of the hard work. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Oh.
You're doing it wrong, man.
What's wrong with action figures?
Nothing, except buying them without Capital One shopping.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
Let's check out the celebration moment brought to you by our friends at Allstate. Matthew Morrell has a lot to celebrate. He's put up 27 tonight. Here's 3 of them.
Boy, he had it going in the first half, and you can see how comfortable he was. I mean, he was able to get his feet set, just had a nice rhythm to him, and was able to just rise up with good balance, and he has a beautiful stroke. Hadn't seen any of that in the second half. They've really clamped down on him and really on Ole Miss. They've really ratcheted up the defense here in the second half and gotten themselves in a position to have a chance to win this game.
His previous high was 19 against Memphis, coming off 17 against Tennessee, where he hit 4 of 6 from behind the arc. So over the last 2 games, Morrell is now 9 of 11 from behind the arc. 11-point lead, Ole Miss led by as many as 20 at the 17-minute mark of the second half. And that won't go for Brooks. Had a good look at it. Rebound for the other Brooks, Nysier.
Nice play out of the break, kind of a little roll and replace, little pick and roll. Guy dived to the basket, and he popped wide open. That's a good shot for him.
Here's Rodriguez. Nysier up and under move. Well, he gets his own men. He's just a man amongst boys in there right now.
Well, again, I mean, he's getting deep position. You got to try to do your work early against him because he scores at the rim. I mean, you get him 5 feet, 6 feet up the lane or off the block, and it's a totally different animal unless you let him maneuver himself into position like they did that time to where he can get right at the rim.
This is the free throw. Yeah, I should say young man. He's 25 years old, but loves to cook.
Young to me.
Yeah, exactly. And me.
Yeah, we got to see some of the dishes that he can make, and I know if I was on the Ole Miss Rebel team, I would petition Kermit very hard to be his roommate. No doubt.
Be a fan of the chef on the team. Corner 3 on the way from Moore, won't go. Weak side rebound. Jeffries at the logo, up and under move. That won't go. Rodriguez keeps it alive. Boy, look at Ruffin go.
Good
Nice
decision.
handles for the freshman point guard.
Didn't force it. That's what Kermit wants. Take what they give you.
Boy, Matthews was falling backwards, and last touch by Nysier Brooks.
Matthews doing a nice job, very undersized at that, and a couple times he's been guarding Nysier Brooks, and he's done a nice job. Brooks has got to protect that ball. He's turning over to that left shoulder and he's got that ball way out in front of him, and they're just picking his pocket. I mean, he's got to keep that thing in tight, maybe up around his chest a little more before he goes into that shot. If he keeps exposing it like that, they're going to just keep knocking it away.
Foul on the rebound against Cameron Matthews.
Now, if you're Ben Howland, you got. If you're Ben Howland,
that'll be his fifth. That'll be his fifth. He's out.
That's a blow. I mean, he's been giving them really good minutes on the boards and some toughness, as he always does. But again, if you're, as Ben Howland was looking at Shaq Moore, Rocket Watts, I can't remember who took the shot, but he was like, let's not forget what's working for us. I mean, we're going downhill on these guys. We're getting to the rim. That's how we've gotten back to where we can see them from a 20-point deficit down to a 12-point deficit. Don't get bored with what's working. Stay with it. They got 40 points in the paint. That's your home. Go home.
6:09 to go in this one. Mississippi State's defense been much better here in the second half. Ole Miss, if you're just joining us, put up a 50 spot in the first 20 minutes.
No resistance by Mississippi State in the first half. Totally different team in the second.
There might have been some paint chips falling to the ground in that Mississippi State locker room at halftime. Shot clock down to 10. Rocket Watts. Jeffries just has to spin and fire and got it to go.
Wow, what a great defensive possession by Ole Miss, but just a better shot at the end. They got everything they wanted, got the shot they wanted. He just made it.
Wide open three on the way from Brakefield. No good. Rebound to Molinar. Chance to cut it to single digits. And free throws coming up for DJ Jeffries. Ruffin picks up the foul. That'll be his third.
You can just see the difference between one end offensively and the other end offensively. State is going to the rim, to the rim, to the rim. Brakefield that time wide open. On the wing. I know you're tempted to shoot it, but I mean, man, your team struggled a little bit. Get to the line, attack the rim.
So Jeffries with 10 points, looking for 11, and he'll get it. Hey, we have Georgia and Alabama covered Monday before the College Football Playoff National Championship game presented by AT&T. It starts bright and early at 8 a.m. with SEC This Morning. Marty and McGee coming your way, 2 o'clock Eastern. Of course, our coach, Paul Feinbaum. You get it anchored at 3 o'clock Eastern, and you see the rest of the schedule. We'll wrap it all up with SEC Football Final right after the game.
What is it? Call Paul?
Call Paul. Something like that. Well, you know that thing will be active on Tuesday morning. Oh, another turnover. Ruffin. To hit Nysier Brooks, slicing down the lane. Here's a chance. Molinar catches, gets it to Brooks, and he lost the handle.
A couple of the steals by Mississippi State on this pick and roll action. Ruffin is just a little late getting that ball out and getting it to the roller. I mean, initially the guy's open, but it's just not coming out of that. He's not getting it out of his hand when he gets out of that pick and roll quicker. He's hesitating, or the hedge or the hands or something is bothering him, and it's giving time for that rotation to get there. It's got to come out a little hotter, a little quicker.
Molinar with a quiet 14 points. Jeffries. And that'll be a blocking foul against the Rebels. That'll go against Nysier Brooks. And Nysier just picked up his third.
Oh, those are always bang-bang plays. Look like they might have seen him sliding a little bit to the baseline side and not completely set. That's the only thing I can maybe see. It looked like he most certainly was out of the cylinder.
So it's down to a 7-point game.
Get to the ring if you're Ole Miss. Get to the free throw line. Don't settle.
Rebels still shooting 52% from the floor. Mississippi State at 47%. Morrell, pull-up jumper inside the arc, and his hot shooting continues. He's now 10 out of 10 and give him 29.
Let me rephrase that statement. Get to the rim unless you're Morrell. Then you do whatever you want.
Molinar misfires. 3:24 and counting. Ruffin takes it to the rack against Fountain, who will foul him, and Ruffin will head to the line.
Boy, you can see it. Just dribbles to the spot he wants. He's got that beautiful jump shot balance. Just raises up, knockdown jumper.
A new home and new projects go hand in hand. With the Home Depot app, you'll pick it up in no time. You can pick up new skills in our Homeowner 101 workshops. Pick up new power tools with a tap. Pick up the things you need at our convenient lockers. Or even pick them up right from your doorstep. Pick up more of what you need so you can do more of what you love. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Well, honey, which one are you going to open up first?
That one! No way!
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Hey, coming up next, you know who's taking center stage. It's those three amigos. Peter Burns will lead the charge. The SEC Now team wraps up a full day of hoops with all the highlights, breakdowns, and interviews with players and coaches. 10:30 Eastern Time right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. One app and one tap. Well, here is Deshaun Ruffin, who is chasing down a double-double. He's got 15 points tonight and 8 assists, Joe. It's been a heck of a night for the freshman.
Well, he's just so good off the dribble is what Kermit said. And Kermit said his big dilemma right now, especially with the lack of practice that he's had, is when and when not to get to where he wants to go and have some composure, not dribble into trouble or dribble into bad shots or dribble into traps. Yeah. Read it. And he's done a really good job tonight of knowing when and when not to dribble into situations. And in that time, he just, he can get where he wants to go, took the hit, had great balance, and was able to finish the play.
No Rebel has had a points, assist, double-double versus an SEC opponent since Todd Abernathy against LSU back in 2007. That's a long time ago. He had 12 points, 11 assists. Todd now an assistant coach at Florida Atlantic. Well, I loved watching him play. Well, he was a gritty player. Played for Rod Barnes. Gave him a shot. Wasn't really highly recruited. Ended up being an all-SEC point guard.
You mentioned Rod Barnes. Gritty goes with that man. tough
nice
coach.
Nice play out of the timeout. Garrison Brooks lays it up and in. A 9-point game.
And can Mississippi State get stops, and can they stay with attacking the rim as time dwindles down?
Jeffries, his long arms. DJ, 6'7", 215. Here's Molinar. Looking for a little bit of help. Here come the reinforcements. Fountain. One dribble, hop to the basket. Can't get it to go. Brooks down on the deck. Called tie up. Bulldogs will have the basketball.
Just a point blank. Just a nice job by Molinar surveying the situation. Fountain coming down on the right side and just kind of maneuvers himself and gets just a nice pass from Molinar and just a point blank shot and can't get it to go. Can't miss many of those when you're down 9.
Auburn just knocked off Florida, 85-73. So the Tigers now with a 10-game win streak, and their next opponent, the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
Two teams that really enjoy and like each other.
Yeah, similar to this one. Here's Jeffries as he slides and calls a timeout.
That was peculiar.
2:05 on the clock. It's a 9-point game. Every possession matters.
He was sliding across the baseline, calling a timeout. Obviously, Kermit wants a travel.
Ole Miss trying to bounce back after the tough loss against Tennessee. Mississippi State trying to keep it rolling with 4 wins in a row coming into this one. And you see the net rankings. Mississippi State right there at 37th. Now, our coach Joe Lunardi, Joey Brackets, really doesn't have the Bulldogs on his radar yet. They need to find a way to come back here and pick up this win. I think they would probably garner some of his attention, but he's not in their first 4 or last 4 out, even despite the decent net ranking. Florida taking one on the chin tonight, but LSU atop the list, and why not? Tigers with a really good win again tonight. They knocked off their last 2 opponents in Kentucky and Tennessee.
That LSU defense is special.
Ole Miss just 27 points in the second half, but still lead it by 9. Ruffin inside the arc, won't go, tapped around. Here's Molinar, they got some numbers. Alley-oop to Jeffries, and boy, not a good pass by Molinar.
That's a backbreaker right there, man, oh man. You get a good stop defensively and get a break situation, and you end up giving Ole Miss a break situation.
Just wave off the basket. Say it was on the floor.
Just nice job by Ruffin getting in the way. Just wasn't there. Probably should have pulled up for the jumper, but then you had some guys caught in transition that weren't in the play, and you get a chance to get an easy layup, but good hustle by State.
After this one, Ole Miss will take on the red-hot Aggies of Texas A&M. Have been really good at home in Oxford. They've also been really good inside this pavilion. They have put together a nice string of victories over time. They are 70-31 inside this building, which opened back in January of 2016. I think I actually did I did the last game inside the old building, the Tad Pad, and did the first one in the pavilion. Historical claim right there, Joe.
There you go. You saw two different buildings. I can tell you.
Yes. Nothing at all. There were no similarities at all between the 2 buildings, other than the fact that there was a basketball court down on the floor.
Tad had great memories, but I think that's about where it ended. It was long overdue.
I did one game in there where we had a rain out. It was a leaky roof. And again, we called the game off with a couple minutes left because of the rain. Oh, taken away by Molinar. To the basket, he gets it to go.
When we talk about win and win not, that's a win not. Don't try to split the double team with the dribble. Pull it out, move the ball.
And a foul against Garcia. So Ruffin will head to the free throw line.
It's just so hard for these young point guards that Chandler and Davidson. I mean, it's just a different monster that they're playing against. The things, as all high school players have to figure out, is things that you could do so easy and get away with all of a sudden are not there anymore. But boy, he's really stepped it up tonight. I mean, when you watch that Tennessee game, watch him in that game, and you watch him in this game, looks like 2 totally different people.
He's certainly getting some confidence. 79-70, under a minute. Jeffries fires in and out, followed by Brooks.
Well, that's
back to a 7-point game.
It's a nice read, great timing by Brooks.
They'll get it to Ruffin. Almost a takeaway, but a foul by Brooks. Probably a good foul.
Yeah, all your fouls now, you want to be going for steals. You don't want to just, you're gambling. You're straight gambling right now. You're hoping for a break here, a bad decision here or there. If you don't get it, it's got to be a foul.
Perfect from Brakefield. Well, Mississippi State just had a tough time. They created quite the deficit. Have been battling. They led it 5-4 earlier in this game, and then Ole Miss went on a 15-2 run and really never looked back.
Well, the first 25 minutes of this game, Ole Miss pretty much did whatever they wanted to do offensively, and then Ole Miss tried to turn it on defensively and really did a much better job, but too little too late.
20 seconds in an 8-point game. Morrell with the basketball. And I think the Bulldogs may try to, no, they're not going to. Foul against DJ Jeffries, and that'll get Morrell to the free throw line and see if he can continue his unbelievable night. He has missed one shot tonight. He's 10 of 11 from the field, 5 of 5 from the three-point line, and he has a career high in points, 3-pointers made, and it looks like he may finish 5 of 5 from behind the arc, and if he does stay perfect, he will be the third player all-time at Ole Miss to shoot 100% from behind the arc with at least 5 attempts.
Well, Kermit called it. I mean, he said we got to get 10 to 12 threes and shoot a good percentage, and I mean, they're at 11 for 23 right now, 48%, and they really, that first half propelled them with his hot shooting and their ball movement, and it was just too big a hole for Mississippi State to get out of.
They are 22 out of 45 from behind the arc the last 2 games. Brooks with the block shot, and that will do it. The Rebels came ready to play tonight. And they will win this one by 10. The 265th meeting between the Bulldogs and the Rebels goes to the home-standing Ole Miss club. They go to 9-5 on the year, 1-1 in league play. Mississippi State will fall to 10-4 and 1-1 in conference play. Good job by Kermit Davis and his club as they rally the troops, and he'll leave the pavilion a happy man. The story with Matthew Morrell with a career-high 31. So for Joe Klein, the rest of our crew, I'm Dave Neal saying so long from Oxford. Time to get you to the studio. Guys, it's all yours.